I'm going to go ahead now and jump into the new unit, which is 6-2. All right, the substitution method. All right. I think we all came to the conclusion that graphing is just inefficient. Does everybody agree with that? Unless, of course, you have your calculator. All right, because you can easily, your thickness of your line can play a part in what number that you select. So we don't really graph by hand anymore. All right, we let the instruments do all that. Now, generally, we work these problems. All right, generally we work these problems as a substitution method. There's an elimination method, and there's a multiplication method. We will spend the next 3 days learning that. All right. But with that in mind, I want everybody to listen now, because honestly, it's so easy. It's so easy. Now, because it's set up like this would be easy to use our calculator on. Does everybody agree? We just type it in the calculator does work, right? But, all right, we don't have a calculator. All right, let's say we don't have a calculator. We have to do it by hand. So now, let me explain why it's called a substitution. The reason it's called a substitution is because we are going to substitute in one equation into the other equation. So now, please listen. What does y equal in the first equation?
-3x.
Y equals -3x. That means they're exactly the same. So do you see this y right here? What could I substitute in for that y?
-3x.
-3x. That's it. That's how simple it is. So now instead of having two variables, I only have what?
One.
I only have one. So now we're going to say -3x. -3x equals 6x minus 9. Everybody's agreeing with that?
Yep.
And so now when we solve this, I'm curious, can you look up here and just move the x, and that would be what?
1. -1.
Negative
No,
9x equals -9. All right, so I'd want you to just write -9x equals -9. And so x equals what?
1.
X equals 1. Now that I know x equals 1, I can plug 1 in to the first equation. If I plug 1 in, what does y equal? -3. Let's say you don't like the first one, but you just want to be irritating. Say, well, I don't like the first one. I want to put it into the what? Does it matter which one you plug it into? No. If I plug 1 in here, what is 6 times 1 minus 9? So I got the same answer, right? So the point of intersection is what? 1, comma, -3. That is the solution. 1, comma, -3 is the solution. All right. It's really simple. All right. So let's jump down to number 3. Now, look, guys, we have to do all of these problems. All right. We have to do all of them for homework. All right. So let's get as many done as we can. So for number 3, what does y equal?
-2x minus 9.
Right. So I'm putting that in for y. So I can replace that y with -2x minus 9 equals 2x minus 1.
That's no solution, right?
Then I like to keep the variable positive, so I add 2x to both sides. That's 4x. And then I add 1. That's -8. Is everybody following along with that? Anybody have any issues? 1 over what?
Oh, that's it.
And then divide by 4. So x must have been what? X must have been -2. And now it's just a matter of you decide. I'm going to plug it into the bottom one. So y equals 2 times -2 minus 1. Y equals -4 minus 1 equals -5. So my solution now is -2, comma, -5. So if I were to graph those two lines, they would intersect at -2, -5.
Uh,
Now, just a quick practice, take out your calculator real quick while I answer Oliver's question. And everybody type in into Y1, Y2, those two equations, and calculate the point of intersection. Just make sure you can do it. Because I know you did it 21 times yesterday, so you're a master of it now.
so I understand that we got y equals 2 times -2 minus 1, which becomes y equals -5. But why are there two equal signs? Like y equals -4 minus 1 equals -5.
What's -4 minus 1?
So then we just put the -5 and just plug it in. But what I don't understand is when you're saying either one. What do you mean either one?
You're gonna plug -2 into the first equation
Okay.
or to the second equation.
Oh, okay. And then we just get -2, -5.
Anybody else have any troubles with getting that on your calculator?
-4 minus 1.
You see this equation right here? I plugged x equals -2 in for x.
The second.
Second, trace 5.
So it is in the textbook.
Okay, let's flip the page. Number 5. All right, so what does y equal? What does it equal? 6x plus 4. So that means wherever I see a y, I have to put what?
6x plus 4.
So look how easy. 12x minus 2 parentheses 6x plus 4 plus 8 equals 0. Is everybody okay with that?
Oh.
So now, what do I have to do with the -2?
Distribute.
I-
So 12.
It just all cancels out.
Yes, sir, you are
Why is
correct.
it +8?
No solution? Because that's not getting distributed because. Yeah, so it's just no solution, or is it 0?
That's an identity, which means there is an,
It's everything.
now watch, I want you to listen to me. There's an infinite number of solutions. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you something. I want everybody to take this puzzle right here. I'm going to solve that for y. So I'm going to add 2y to the other side. So I have 12x plus 8. Does everybody agree with that? Then what am I going to do?
You're gonna.
Thank you, divide by 2. And so y equals 6x plus 4.
Mhm.
What do you notice?
10.
What is this equate? What's
1. 6 times
what's the first equation? Y equals 6x plus 4. What's the second
y
equation?
equals 6x plus 4.
Right, so if I were to graph 6x plus 4, it looks something like this. Right, then I'm going to graph again 6x plus 4, and it looks something like this. And how many times do they overlap?
Once.
Infinite number of points. That is correct. The same line. That's why they call it an
Mhm.
identity. All right, at every point, there is a solution. That's why that's an infinite. All right, so your choices now are no solution. How is it no solution? From yesterday. How did we get no solution yesterday when we were graphing?
It says something on the calculator, it says it's wrong.
There you go. When they are parallel lines. All right, so if there's parallel lines, it's no solution. All right, if it's infinite number of points, that means it's an identity, which just means it's the same line. You're graphing the same line. All right, so now let's see how good we are with number 7. Infinite number of solutions. No. A lot of times you might see teachers do this. All right, but I'm not a fan of that. All right, I want you to know what infinite number of solutions mean. All right, so let's knock out 7 now. All right, here's where most people make a mistake because they forget to distribute. So what does y equal? So that means I got to put in for y what? So 3x minus parentheses 3x plus 2 close parentheses equals 10.
Why are we putting them in?
Didn't we put them in parentheses in the last one,
Yeah, I
Oliver?
know, but like, is it, so just when you're substituting?
It is the substitution part.
I was making sure.
Now I need to distribute the negative. This is where the mistakes are made. 3x minus 3x minus 2 equals 10. What happens to 3x and the negative 3x? They cancel out. Does negative 2 equal 10? Negative 2 does not equal 10. Therefore, it's a false statement. So it's no solution. Now, I also want you to write no solution, comma. They are considered what then? They are parallel lines. That's what I want everybody to know. You're never going to write parallel lines on your answer. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm saying it enough that you'll remember. If the x cancels out, but the constant stays, it's going to be no solution. Yes, ma'am. Probably not. But I'm just doing it for now, just to reinforce what they are, right? I mean, you're going to check your work with your calculator on the test. That's how once you get 100, you'll see parallel lines. So it's no solution. All right. So if I was to be able to recognize this right off the bat, that was no solution because the slopes are the same, I could save myself some time, right? Okay. Here we go. Let's check out number.
I don't get how you type it on the calculator, though. Like, you can't plug blocks in.
Right, you can't. So you have to always solve it for y equals. Like the first one we can type in. It's just 3x plus 2, right? The second one we can't type in because it has a 3x in the way. So I have to move the 3x and then divide by the negative.
And then you type that.
Mhm. Okay, so
Type the x minus x. Let's do.
I type in under y1 3x plus
Yeah.
2.
And
Under y2, I have to type in what that solve for y is. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but what would you type in for the second one?
Well, I'd have to move things around to show you.
But you can't move them.
Well, I could because I'd add y to both sides. So 3x equals 10 plus y, and then I would subtract 10. So y is equal to 3x minus 10. Now graph both of those. Graph 3x minus 10 and 3x plus 2. Graph them, please. I've instructed kids to do something.
Awesome.
Everybody type it in. I want you to physically see for your own parallel. They're asking, where do they cross? That's what we're looking for. Do they cross? No, that's why it says no solution. All right, let's do some more algebra. Number 9.
Okay.
All right. Number 9, y equals what?
Y equals.
2x minus 3. That means wherever I see a y, I can put 2x minus 3. I can put 2x minus 3. So I have 2x minus 3 equals negative 2x plus 9. Now, some of you straight away can just look at that and say, well, obviously it is 3, right? You should be able to look at that and say, obviously it's 3. All right, if not, then you just got to continue on, right? I add 2x to both sides. I add 3 to both sides. Divide by 4, right? But if you can put x equals 3 because you got the mental math down, I actually prefer that. I don't want to waste your time. But just don't make a what?
Mistake.
Just don't make mistakes. All right, if you're prone to mistakes, then don't do that. So now I know the X value is 3, so I come over here and plug in what? 3. Y equals 6 minus 3 equals what?
3,
3. So the point of intersection was
3, 3.
3, 3. All right, now one last time, just type it in your calculator and just double check and make sure I'm right.
I like typed in, I think the number someone that got better, and like, I didn't understand like how, like, when you're dividing by a negative, shouldn't you like switch the sign around? Like.
What one are we on?
I know we're on 10, but like, I got confused because I was.
We're not on 10.
9, sorry. I'm check. So,
So
no, this is like, when you're doing like, y, like negative y equals like 10 minus 3x.
what number is that?
7, and I'm asking.
Okay. I said, what number are you doing?
I thought you were just like.
But
saying-
I'm on number 9. That's what I'm looking for, a negative going, what's going on? I don't see anything. All right, we've been past number 7 for a while now. I didn't understand. I'm sorry. What did you want now?
Like when you split everything to the calculator, and like you shouldn't change like 3x minus y equals 10, it's just like negative y equals 10 minus 3x, and you're dividing by the negative one.
Yeah, that means you change all the signs.
So like, the sign would be changed to just like positive 10 because you divided by a negative.
So here's what we have. Negative y equals 10 minus 3x, right?
Yeah.
You're dividing by negative 1.
But I thought that when you divided by a negative, like, you had to change the sign.
I did change all the signs.
Wait, so like if it just automatically changes the sign, you don't have to change it?
It automatically changes the signs. I don't have to change it.
Like when
You understand? Listen, I know how great you're doing. So I'm not being funny. I don't know what you mean.
like,
I divided by negative 1. And if you'll notice, every single sign changed. This became a positive. This is a negative. This was a negative. Now it's a positive. I don't know what you're asking.
like
Try it again.
when you divide like
Everything's, I'm not. Laura, I'm sorry. I don't want you upset. What's the matter? Tell me.
no,
You're just not seeing it right now? Do you want me to go start?
like there's a thing where you have to change the sign when you divide by a negative.
You know what you're thinking of? Inequalities.
No, but like on the recent test, like you had to change the sign when you divide by a negative.
Because it was an inequality. When you divide by negative, these signs did change. Look. I don't, look right here. This is what you have, right? Isn't that what you're asking me about? Like right here, except you wrote, I even wrote it the way you told me. Negative y equals 10 minus 3x, right? So you have to change the signs. The y was negative, it's now positive. The 10 is positive, it's now negative. The x is negative, and now it's positive. Is that, I don't even think I'm answering your question. So like on the inequality, if it were like this, kiddo, look, if I said this was greater than, then this now becomes less than, because I changed the inequality sign as well. I thought maybe that's what you were thinking of. Yeah, listen, we got more problems. I mean, math problems. So we got lots to work on. All right, let me work you through number 11 now.
Oh, I have a question on number 9. So I went to do it, so I have all of the ones into the y equals. And I know you have to go second, or not second, but yes, trace. And it has 1, and then you do second calc, and then 5 for intersect. And it guesses first curve, then second curve, and it doesn't say guess intersect. There's only one line, and I've done zoom standard.
What's y? Go to y equals. Are the both lines touching?
Yeah.
One of them's turned off.
Oh, how do you turn it on?
Go over the equal sign and hit enter.
So then you do. It's still not pressed, it's not guessing. Wait, which one we,
Go under the second one.
okay,
Go under the equal sign.
yeah. Yeah,
No,
and
no,
then,
no. On top of the equal sign. Enter.
does it need to be black or white?
Black.
Oh,
How did I know it was supposed to be black?
Hmm?
How do I know it was supposed to be black? Look, you're smart, Oliver.
okay, and then,
Look at all the other ones.
it's still not guessing.
There's no other line up there,
We
Oliver.
have two of them. It keeps on turning itself off.
Is this yours?
No, it's on the bottom.
All right, now it's back. You can type them in now.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's check out number 11 now. What does y equal on number 11? Come on, guys, what does y equal?
Y equals 6x minus 6.
Right, so now I'm plugging 6x minus 6 in for y.
So.
Anybody have any problem with x equals 2? Is that good? It's easy. Super duper easy. Now that x equals 2, it's much easier just to plug it into the top function.
6.
So y equals 6 times 2 minus 6 equals 6. 2 comma 6. Nora, is that okay now?
Yeah.
Anybody? Anybody? All right, let's check out 13.
I don't really understand how you got the last part there. It's y equals 6 times 2 minus 6.
I took the top function right here, this yellow, and I substituted 2 in for x.
Got it.
What's 6 times 2?
And 6 times 2 is 12.
And then minus 6.
6. Oh, okay. Very good.
All right, 13. Now for number 13, what does x equal?
2y%. It's or y equals 2 plus 10.
So where do I put the 2y plus 10?
What are we getting?
After the third.
Yeah, right here. 3 parentheses 2y plus 10 minus 6y equals 30. Anybody got a problem with that?
I thought we always had to substitute the Y over.
Oliver, when did I say that?
I just. I thought that was just.
The 2y plus 10 equals x. That's what it says on the board.
Yes, it does. So,
Oh, so you're just putting it in for x.
yes, I'm putting it in for x.
You can plan for using, like you can put up the line.
So now distribute. It's an identity. Yes, that's what I'd like for you to know. It's an identity. All right,
People test can just write identity.
yes. Infinite number of solutions.
But if the x and the y were on the same side, and then the regular number was on the other side of the equal sign.
You have to solve it for y first. Or solve it for x, you know what I'm saying? Each substitution has a variable solved for it already. Okay. So now this one's kind of annoying. So let's check out a fraction. All right, wherever I see an x, I'm gonna put what?
Y.
4
Plus one. Over 3.
So it's just -4.
Does anybody have any questions with that so far? I just put in the substitution for x. Now I'm distributing. So when I distribute, I get -4y.
Or y again.
So what does that mean?
It's not no solution.
No solution, and they are in fact what?
Parallel.
Parallel.
If it's either the X or the Y canceling, does that matter?
No.
Okay. So if X or Y cancels, it's no solution?
Both. All right, 17. I try to trick you on this one. What does x equal?
18 minus 1.
Y minus 18.
See how it's y minus 18?
Yeah.
So I see this x. I'm going to replace it with y minus 18. Everybody okay with that? Distributing. 7y.
Minus 126.
So 6y.
So we're getting 6y.
Is that right? 146.
Yeah, you reduce that correctly.
Negative 126.
Yeah, that's right.
Want to make it 100?
You combine them. That's what I want.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like, is it a fraction?
Want to
Yeah,
make it
it's
120?
yeah. I know.
111 over 6 can be divided by 3. I think it's like 37, isn't it? No. Yes, it is 37. Is that what it says in the back?
No. It says the answer is -1 and 8.
Well, where's my mistake?
But we can plug it in, keep it.
No, hold on a second. 7 times y minus 18. 7y minus. Do 7 times 18, is that 126?
Yeah, it's 1. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, now let's just type in the calculator since we got something different. The top is going to be y equals x plus 18. And the bottom is y equals 7x plus 15.
Why is it X plus 18?
You're solving for y.
Okay, but then how do you get the bottom one? How do you know what we need?
What is the y over? It's y equals the rest of it. So wow,
So why wouldn't it be negative then?
why wouldn't what? What does it say?
I got decimals for the intersection.
Hit math, enter.
What's going on here?
Does it? What did you get, Charlotte? Oh,
0.5, 18.5.
guess how? I'm so dumb. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I'm plugging in y for what? X. Now I know how much you guys are awake,
Not very well.
right? You're just copying things down. Shouldn't be copying things down. Especially from, I was just testing to see if you were following along.
Yeah, that's just right.
Yeah, so that right there is called a mistake because I'm showing you, hold up.
Oh,
What did I do wrong? Tell me.
We moved over the 18 and now it's y equals to the.
No, but when I made my substitution. Oh, no, I wasn't wrong, actually.
Come on, just erase everything.
See, that's what I was saying.
No, I wasn't wrong.
Oh.
All right, so this is right here. This is x equals y minus 18. So no, I was right. So I plugged that in. 7 times y
Minus 126.
minus 126.
Cause that's right.
Why don't I do what?
Explanation equals seven x plus 15.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm trying to see, I'm trying to make sure if it's, I mean, it's got to be right.
Yeah, this.
All right, I just feel like it shouldn't.
oh,
I got it right. I did it.
What?
it's, you need to multiply 7 times 4, you put 7y. You put 7y minus what?
No,
It-
4, not a Y.
it's new,
There's no fours.
it's x plus 18 equals 7 x plus 15.
Yeah, right there. In the top part.
There's a y.
That's not a 4, that's a Y.
Mr. Shaw, why?
So I'm replacing this x right here with y minus 18.
No, you changed it.
Maybe the answer's just wrong.
Yeah, maybe you put it wrong.
Here, why don't we convert 113 over 6 or
We did that
37?
already.
That x plus 18 equals 7 x plus 15.
Why isn't it?
Just like they're both y.
No more.
You can do it. You can do it.
We find out next time.
Yes. You guys do the evens. That's your homework. I'm collecting it tomorrow. Yes.
Same property.
Yeah, well, Monday.
How would you type that last problem when you were talking about
What last problem?
the problem that we just did?
You can type that.
Oh.
That's why we solved this for.
Think that's
Oh, yeah. That's not.
It's time to go. What?
So here, I'm gonna do second, not second, or you just trace, and then I do zoom what?
What are you trying? What are you trying to do? So,
Oh my god, it's for now. It's moving. Okay.
Mr. Shaw, I think I got it. I got it.